Okay, we've got to the end of day two of the Undercover Policing Inquiry, Tranche 3 Phase 1. We just had two more opening statements that we went through. Um, First, on behalf of Neville Lawrence, Ifeanyi Odogwu, and then Dave Morris representing himself. The representations on behalf of Neville Lawrence, who's the father of Stephen Lawrence, uh, as well as kind of going through the factual sort of events that around the murder of his son and the way in which his family campaign was targeted by undercover police. Again, highlighting the role of HN81, covering Dave Hagan, who won't be giving evidence. Really looked about the racism of the Metropolitan Police. Just showed how not just in terms of specific things that they said, which there's plenty of racist terminology in the reports, lots of the recording of the number of black people at events, like even of itself as if somehow black people have been there as a threat, about the way in which there's a disproportionate reporting on black-led anti-racist groups, whilst racist groups were largely untouched. And yeah, just that there was unquestionably like a racist element to the kind of reporting that took place by the undercover police, because the SDS themselves were institutionally racist. We heard again some of the quotes. I won't repeat them here. Because they were full of racial slurs. I mean, I think I can probably say that HN86 referred to the monkeys getting organised. Lots of the other ones use heavy use of the N word. And other racial slurs that I don't feel comfortable repeating. Then Dave Morris gave his opening statement. Like so many of the opening statements, it's a real change of pace from what we've been used to from hearing from lawyers who use a lot of legalese and deliver things in very technical terms. Dave's kind of cuts through delivering things in very plain language. He started off by showing solidarity to all the other co-participants and just the horrific ways they've been treated. His opening statement was in relation to the McLibel campaign. He is, of course, one of the McLibel two, along with Helen Steele. She's not part of the opening statements because she's still working on her witness statement ahead of her giving another more oral evidence at the inquiry. Yeah, I mean, he just talked about the way in which the McLibel campaign was targeted by undercover police right from the very start. I mean, obviously that's was a big part of Tranche 2 with Bob Lambert and John Dines, where Bob Lambert researched and wrote the initial "What's Wrong with McDonald's" leaflet. The way in which McDonald's head of security, Sid Nicholson, the former police officer, was fully aware of the deployment of undercover officers into the group, that there appeared to be like the swapping of information between there were 7 undercover private investigators deployed by McDonald's into London Greenpeace, and that those and the undercover officers from the Special Demonstration Squad were aware of each other, passing information to each other. Well, certainly the SDS officers were aware of the 7. Whether those 7 knew, I mean, certainly their boss did. Whether they individually knew doesn't matter. That wasn't entirely clear. Don't think we know that. I mean, I think Dave Morris asked for an apology specifically on this scandal. I mean, yeah, Dave Morris, is one of those people who I recently did a podcast episode, Reasons to be Cheerful, about the way in which the undercover police have been held to account by campaigners throughout this process. The very existence of the inquiry itself is a success for campaigners. He just kind of reiterated the questions that we've all got really about how long did this spying go on for? Who knew about it? Who was the authorization given? Who allowed it to happen? Who's going to take responsibility and apologise unreservedly for the damage caused? Not a particularly long session compared to the other parts of the day. So that's just a quick recap of that. I'll be doing a Twitter Spaces later on this evening. I'm not sure what time. So recapping the day. If anybody was following today's hearings, please join us on that. Just another quick plug for a 7 o'clock. On Sunday there will be at Mayday Rooms everything you want to know about the inquiry by the Undercover Research Group. just giving lots of introduction for those people who have been maybe not following the inquiry that closely, but are affected by the deployments, or anybody else who's interested to come along, and we'll be giving briefings about what to expect from the rest of the hearings as part of Tranche 3. Okay, yeah, thanks for joining. We'll be back again tomorrow, where we'll be hearing the last of the opening statements. With a bit of luck, it won't be such a long day. I mean, it did make me chuckle that at the end of today, John Mitting said, "Oh, things should finish either early, mid, or late tomorrow afternoon." Which, so I mean, yeah, it starts with Imran Khan KC, who represents Baroness Doreen Lawrence, Dan Gilman, Dave Smith, Frank Smith, Lisa Teshker, Steve Atkinson, Steve Headley, and Suresh Grover. Imran Khan will be then representing Michael Mansfield KC, a KC representing a KC. It's like KC Inception. Followed by James Wood KC, representing Alice Owoda, Kate Doyle, MSS, MWS, Sugev Reel, and Tish Reel. Then James Scobie KC, representing Lewis Austin, Dave Nellis, Hannah Sell. And then in the afternoon, Kirsten Heaven, who represents the non-state, non-police co-participant coordinating group. That'll be the end of the opening statements. We've got a day off on Thursday because Phelan has been excused from giving evidence on ill health grounds, and we'll be then back in on Friday for the beginning of live evidence in this tranche. That'll be starting with this Friday with I think it's Dennis Gunn. I think is the first of Sarah on Friday. Dennis Gunn's on Monday. Sarah was one of the women who was deceived into a long-term relationship by the undercover officer James Thompson. So yeah, thanks for joining. I'll be posting like a real kind of update what we've learned today later on this evening, and be doing that Twitter Spaces. So join us for those if you can. If you've got any questions or anything else you want to know, anything you think I should be following, please comment, get in touch. You can find me on all the socials. All right, bye for now.